Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another glorious weekend. Although, well, glorious in another way, I suppose. Gray and rainy. Anyway, let's I figured I'd start this video off with the reunification of two old friends. This is a little blueberry bush. He's been ailing since we first got him, and I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. He's been the, I guess you could say, ugly duckling of the blueberry family in our history. Anyway, here's his good buddy. We had both these guys on the back porch at the house in Raleigh for several years. Of course, as you can see, one of them thrived and the other one has been ailing. And then when we got this Oxford thing going and I got real serious about starting work out here, I moved the big guy over here, where he's been for, I don't know, probably since March of 2020, right around the time the world decided to go insane, although it's always been insane. And his little ailing friend has been on the back porch in Raleigh ever since. Anyway, I got these two back together again. I'm always talking to them, sharing information on one another when they were separated, but the gimp seems to be very exuberant to be reunited with his friend, and they're both doing very well. And of course, the gimp is actually doing even better. He's much farther along in his fruiting process, which is really cool. Of course, he's got a lot less infrastructure to support. He's gimpy, but what are you gonna do, you know? So anyway, they are reunited and they seem both very, very happy. And so I took last weekend off because I don't think I've had a day off in 2 years. When the world went nuts, I went nuts too. So decided to get real busy out here. And of course, everything you see around you is much of an eyesore as it is all functional and all built within the last 2 years. The shed, the house, of course the shower and the toilet and the water tower, and all this boardwalking, pallets and so on and so forth. Every bit of it probably going to be remade at some point, but this is all over the last 2 years, all built with this hand and the other one that's holding the camera phone at the present moment. So this week I will not obviously be furthering any progress on the biogas digester, since the hole that I dug for the platform is still submerged in water. I'm going to have to dig out a channel or something. I need to get some heavy equipment up in this piece. Maybe one day I'll be able to afford it. But so what I'm going to do this weekend is continue with a project that I would have liked to continue some time ago, which is the furthering the structural support for the house, the exterior structural support, and finishing the whole wraparound framing so that I can put some of that corrugated PVC, the clear plastic stuff. You can probably see a little bit of it through the window there, over there on the other side. And so I'm gonna do this support frame. I've got the measurements done, and that's the first hole, and there's some rebar for the second hole, and under these barrels here is the rebar for the third hole, and then I'll put another corner support piece. I'm gonna have to figure out something with this pine tree over there, and of course you know, anchor the upper frame of this housing structure, because I did not what did I not do? I did not anchor the central structure to the ground, because I'm an idiot and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I probably didn't insult anybody. But you know, for now it's still standing, and it's been a fun experiment. So I'm going to finish that, and then at some point I'd like to see these flats here covered in corrugated PVC, you know, make it covered from the rain and protect this ground on which the house sits from moisture, and of course that will also assist in making sure that the thing stays stable and solid and sturdy, and the ground doesn't slide out from underneath it, since clay, North Carolina clay, gets really slick when it gets wet, and does a lot of expanding and contracting with the seasons and the moisture and all that sort of stuff. So Anyway, so I'm going to do that. And let's see, another recent development was, well, the last time I did anything, I'd finished, well, I'd done some tiling in the shower, so that's all still there, happily. I also got some rigid elbows in the mail for the camp stove, which I attached last night. Very nice stuff. And also, Mom sprang and got this little fan. This little fan is a fascinating circulating fan for circulating the heat and the airflow from the camp stove, and it is actually powered by the heat of the stove itself. You can see wedged in there between those two aluminum plates, the black aluminum plates, is a chip. It's actually a ceramic wafer called a Peltier chip, and Peltier chips can either produce heat or cool. Well, they produce both. When you supply electric current to it, one side gets hot, one side gets cold. It's just the nature of the animal. And then if you apply heat or cold to the opposing sides, it will actually generate a small current. And so that's what powers the little circulating fan, which is a really neat little device. It's another step in the realm of refined independence, because you don't need an external power supply to run the thing other than the heat generated by the stove, which is really cool. So that's, let's see. So I got the holes, covered the holes out back. I also got a couple of extension pipes for the chimney, which now extends up beyond the roof of the house. And so I don't get a bunch of circulation of smoke, you know, coiling up above the roof and the windows, which tends to draw some smoke into the house. Some of it does penetrate and produces a pretty intense smoky smell, depending on the conditions. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend, and I'll try to take some good photo evidence and such. And actually, I owe myself another video, because I've got some content from the last time I was out here before last weekend when I took off, and feeling much more refreshed now. So anyway, that's going to be the activities for the weekend. And so for now, please enjoy the peace of nature. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I, as you can see, have experienced yet another weekend where the sump pit for the biogas digester is full of water. So I'm going to have to tackle that situation somehow or another. I'm going to have to dig a channel, I guess, to drain it and line that hole with, I don't know, whatever pools use for pool liners, something along those lines. Something so I can build, because I don't really have much choice. That's the lowest point on this property. And unfortunately, the house is situated very close to it. So if I wanted to drain it into the biogas digester, that's where it must sit. Anyway, so quick recap on this weekend's activities. It was kind of cold and dismal all weekend, but so Friday we installed these posts, extra support posts for the north side of the house. So just like the west side and the south side, we poured our cement and fortified it with some chicken wire and rebar and one of those heavy posts. So that will finish the outer support structure. All this drywall is from inside, and it all got soaked. So, but it was probably scrap, so I'm gonna have to do something or another with it. Also got some extensions for the chimney pipe, so that it is now spewing smoke up above the house and not getting cold and trapped in the roof, in the glass, and seeping its way into the house. Went through this whole weekend running the camp stove inside the whole time without burning the house down. So the new flashing system apparently works, and it works well. And let's see, I also took some time to build these glass shelves. making use of some more of the glass scrap that I've got available from some little shop in window. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but it works, and actually I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of close to the camp stove. I'm curious with my clumsiness how long these shelves are going to last before I start breaking them. Hopefully a long time. I'm just going to have to be cognizant of what I'm doing in here. And let's see what else. Shower works great. Love it. Oh yeah. My bed upstairs is made. And we're ready to disembark and return to Raleigh. The fridge doors are opened up and I've turned the fridge off. Need to not forget that. All my gloves. All my leather jacket. Because it might be motorcycle season this week, God willing. So we're going to go turn the breakers off. And I've got everything in the truck already. So I also did run the little buddy heater. It sits right here and just blows warm air up into the loft. It's very nice, very nice. Got down to 19 degrees last night. And I have found love in the challenge of the cold. It's a strange way for me to actually acquire love of winter, or yet another item that I love about winter, because there aren't many of them. But there's a new one for me. So anyway, let's see, did I cover everything? Got the glass shelves, got the support posts. Oh yeah, also took the time to just put in a little hanger, coat hanger, get extra stuff out of the way. As you can see, it's a little bit more spacious in here now. And I'm going to ultimately remove all this shit and from underneath the table, push that into the back wall. Either that or move that over here and put a door in here for the next structure that I'm going to build. Not real sure, but it's starting to open up. And of course, every bit of it needs finishing work, but it's not here for the aesthetics. It's here for the purpose. And its purpose is functioning very well. And once again, I haven't burned the place down again. So that's great. Today is a beautiful day for a road trip back to Raleigh. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And by all means, please enjoy the peace of nature.